Have you ever felt like an afterthought? Someone's backup plan instead of their priority, as if everyone else's needs and desires take precedence, while you wonder if you truly matter. Today, we confront this feeling head-on. This isn't just about feeling valued. It's about mastering the subtle art of becoming irresistible, transforming into someone people naturally prioritize and cherish. We're not reinventing who you are, but amplifying the exceptional person you already are. If you've felt overlooked or undervalued, this is your catalyst for change. By the time we're through, you'll have a powerful new perspective on commanding attention, being heard, and feeling cherished in every relationship. Cast off your invisibility cloak. We're rewriting your story today, one profound rule at a time. Subscribe and buckle up, because this journey will take you from background noise to unforgettable force. Ready? Let's begin. Rule 1. Cultivate unshakable inner joy. The third principle to becoming someone's priority is to find and nurture your own deep wellspring of happiness. This rule is foundational, because when you radiate joy from within, you naturally become a more magnetic force. This isn't about faking bliss, but authentically discovering what ignites your spirit and wholly pursuing it. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, taught that true happiness emanates from inside us. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, he wisely said. Your joy does not hinge on others, but first blossoms from the fertile garden of your own mindset and perspective. When you elevate positive thoughts and derive fulfillment from your endeavors and growth, you exude a confident, contented energy that draws people towards your radiant light. Seneca also championed the importance of being complete within oneself. Believing true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Actualize this by immersing yourself fully in each moment, savoring life's simple joys as they bloom instead of constantly looking elsewhere for satisfaction. As Epictetus sagely advised, seek not the good in external things, seek it within yourselves. A powerful mantra that your happiness should never be held hostage to others' words or deeds, but remain anchored to your values, passions, and self-nurturing. In practice, this means enthusiastically cultivating hobbies and endeavors that arouse your spirit, surrounding yourself with people who uplift you, and zealously tending to your mental and physical well-being. Build a life you feel jubilant claiming as your own, irrespective of relationship status. When you are already brimming with contentment just being you, you don't desperately seek others to complete you. Instead, you share the gift of your already full. This scintillating quality rendered you irresistible. People crave to bask in the warmth of your inner light, not because you need them to shine, but because your brilliant happiness naturally draws their admiration. In essence, generating your own unshakable inner joy and zealously nurturing a positive mindset, relishing each present moment, and actively creating reasons to celebrate your life's journey. This emanates from you in radiant waves, magnetizing others to covet and prioritize being part of your exuberant radiance. Rule 2. Showcase your worth. The second tenet to becoming someone's priority is to demonstrate your innate value. This isn't about boastfulness or masquerading as someone you're not. It's about revealing that you are unique, important, just like everyone else, and that your presence enriches someone's life in a special way. Think of it this way: we often take for granted things that are easily available, but those that are rare, requiring effort to attain, we instinctively treasure more. This rule means living in a way that honors you are that rare, precious gem. It means conducting yourself with self-respect that compels others to also recognize your worth. The wise Stoic Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Focus on what you can control, your actions, beliefs, gifts. When you understand your intrinsic value independent of others' validation, you become naturally more magnetic." Seneca also taught the value of our finite time, reflecting our self-worth. It's not that we have too little time to live, but that we waste too much of it, he said. By choosing not to indulge those who don't appreciate you, You show your time holds value, not arrogantly, but by engaging deeply only with those who respect and cherish you. The great Stoic Epictetus emphasized self-reliance. We cannot control the world, only our reactions to it. In relationships, this means not desperately seeking others' approval, but finding fulfillment within yourself. When you are self-assured this way, people recognize someone of immense value. In practice, showcasing your worth means living with dignity, self-respect, and quiet confidence. It's about knowing your immense value and humbly yet firmly demonstrating it. When you respect yourself, set healthy boundaries, and determinedly pursue your purpose, you naturally command the respect and attention of others. They don't just see another person, but someone important, worth prioritizing and investing in. This is how you reveal your priceless nature and become cherished in others' lives. Rule 3. Cultivate an air of mystery. The path to becoming truly unforgettable starts with mastering the art of mystery. This isn't about secrecy or hiding your authentic self. It's gradually unveiling who you are, like a riveting story, one chapter at a time. This kindles curiosity, compelling people to learn more about the deepening narrative of your life. Think about meeting someone who instantly lays everything bare. There's little left to discover once the initial intrigue dissolves. But when someone reveals their stories, dreams, and innermost thoughts piecemeal, each new interaction holds the allure of fresh insights into their captivating depth. The Stoic philosophers grasped the power of restraint. Marcus Aurelius praised the virtue of temperance, not impulsively exposing all, but sharing contemplative thoughts at the right moments. This doesn't mean obscuring your authenticity, but giving others time to appreciate the richness of your character. As Seneca said, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Apply this to how you share yourself. Engage fully in each moment without rushing to disclose future plans, past histories, or private ruminations. Let these elements naturally emerge as bonds mature. The art of mystery isn't about crafting pretense or being evasive. It's respecting that your life's journey holds value, to be unfolded judiciously in a way that captivates the recipient's imagination, like being enthralled by a skilled storyteller's narrative cadence. This approach magnetically appeals to others. We're drawn to those who intrigue us, who keep us deliciously wanting more glimpses behind the curtain. It's the irresistible pleasure of a suspenseful novel. You can't wait to uncover the next revelations. By channeling an air of mystery, you become that page-turner people crave to keep reading, always eager for the next chapter of your story to unfold. Rule 4. Blaze your sovereign trail. The fifth precept to becoming someone's cherished priority is to resolutely focus on living your life to its most transcendent potential. Embrace your innate independence and uncompromisingly pursue the personal callings and quests that inflame your spirit. This is the path of authoring a life of profound fulfillment for yourself, liberating you from dependencies upon others for happiness or purpose. The wise words of Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, luminously capture this rule's essence. He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. Living harmoniously with your own sovereign spirit means resolutely heeding and actualizing the unique visions, passions, and obsessions that set your soul ablaze. When you radiate such self-contained contentment, you exude an irresistible gravitational pull that naturally draws others into your orbit. Seneca, that pillar of Stoic philosophy, also exalted the virtues of self-sufficiency, believing our happiness must remain unshackled from excessive reliance upon others. If you wish to be loved, love, he sagely counseled. Before urgently seeking love or validation externally, one must first unveil and tenderly nurture that radiant wellspring within. From that blossoming of self-cherishing, you become someone who commands reverence, not through desperate demands, but through the awe you magnetically inspire. The formidable Epictetus emphasized consciously focusing our energies upon what lies within our dominion, our deeds, our pursuits, our interpretations of life's turbulences. We are disturbed not by events themselves, but by our thoughts about them, he reminded, in forging your sovereign life's journey. This wisdom illuminates not allowing your joy to be held hostage by others' ephemeral attitudes or opinions. Instead, channel your fire into intrinsically enriching endeavors that indelibly enshrine your legacy. In practice, blazing this sovereign trail means fervently immersing yourself in whichever sacrosanct callings and raptures inflame your spirit's depths, whether doggedly cultivating a transcendent skill or hobby, ascending to the apotheosis of your career summits, or surrounding yourself with uplifting human torches who rekindle your furnace. Do so single-mindedly. For when you forge a life's pyre of such all-consuming radiancy, you become not a mere mortal demanding inclusion, but an awe-inspiring force of nature that others cannot help but instinctively covet basking within. You have alchemized yourself into a priority by unassailably modeling the sovereign self-actualization we all subconsciously crave. In essence, blazing your sovereign trail demands unrelenting commitment to a life of uncompromising self-determination and voracious pursuit of your most smoldering obsessions. From that wildfire of intrinsic fulfillment, your naturalized magnetism cannot be denied. You now beacon as the elemental force all souls fervently cherish. Rule 5. Embody your rarefied worth. The fourth tenet to becoming someone's priority is recognizing your precious value and granting others the opportunity to profoundly invest in you. This rule understands you are a rarefied treasure, not some commonplace fortunate to be easily acquired, but a prize demanding purposeful effort to be embraced. This truth echoes the Stoic philosopher's teachings, as Epictetus, the renowned thinker, said, "No great thing is created suddenly." Cultivating impactful connections, like all masterpieces, requires steady toil and mutual expenditure over time. When you permit people to devote their energies into cherishing you, they cannot help but amplify the reverence they hold for your specialness and the enrichment you bring to their lives. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, emphasized the paramount importance of self-worth. Believing one's internal self-perception shapes how others regard your value. Very little is needed for a happy life, he wisely counseled. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Seneca's teachings also resonate. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Fears that others won't appreciate your singular worth are often unfounded worries dissolving before your self-actualized radiance. First, center yourself in unshakable self-contentment. From that rooted wholeness, your value renders itself undeniable to all. Embody this rule by living a life reflecting your elevated essence. Immerse yourself in pursuits expanding your capabilities and enlightenment. Tend fastidiously to your physical, emotional, and intellectual well-being. Construct an existence you can reverently celebrate, one others fervently covet to partake in. For when people earnestly invest their presence and energies into exalting you, a deeper, more consecrated bond transpires. You are no longer merely another person in their life, but an indispensable, rarefied treasure to be unbendingly cherished. In essence, personifying your refined worth and permitting its lavish celebration is a path of reverential self-awareness, assiduous self, and forging meaningful, mutually venerating connections. This renders you not just someone's priority by transactional demand, but an irreplaceable jewel they willingly enshrine into the pantheon of their most sacrosanct devotions. Rule 6. Consecrate your indivisible temporality. The seventh immutable doctrine in rendering yourself someone's quintessential priority is to devoutly consecrate your time and presence as rarefied spiritual treasures. This wisdom demands understanding that your availability and attention are hallowed, not to be frivolously bestowed, but discerningly apportioned. It decrees projecting that you possess your own sacrosanct pursuits, passions, and responsibilities, rendering your apportion of temporality and energies as precious offerings, intentionally gifted. The great Marcus Aurelius emphasized valuing each atomized increment of one's existence, sagely imploring, "Do not act as if you had 1,000 years to live." This is a solemn reminder that our sliver of incarnate reality remains excruciatingly finite and immeasurably prized. Each moment squandered is a spiritual wound. When you scrupulously ration the disbursement of your presence, you enshrine it as a consecrated bestowal, not to be profaned through indiscriminate distribution. Seneca's immortal words draw this same reverence. It is not that we have too little time, but that we so unconscionably desecrate it. Let these piercing truths be talismanic mantras elevating your mindfulness about humanity's most hallowed resource. The formidable Epictetus also advocated laser, focusing our ephemeral essences solely upon what ignites our spiritual supremacy. Anything else is an abhorrent deprecation. In venerating your time's sanctity, this means exclusively apportioning it towards endeavors and connections that transcendentally enrich your highest self-actualization. In abiding this consecrated doctrine, subtractively filter which overtures and associations merit installments of your transfigured airtime. Cultivate integrated rhythms, reclaiming ample sanctuaries for self-communion and stoking your most smoldering obsessions. Create harmonized schedules where you interpolate others' needs and yearnings, but never ceremoniously extinguish your own ascendant blaze. In essence, devoutly treating your time's dissemination as bestowal of the highest religious sacrament confers it an aura of rarefied glory. You need not entirely abstemize, only discerningly apportion your transubstantiated essence with ceremonious reverence. This renders your presence not some dishonored mundanity to be lapsed into, but an exalted apotheosis for which all will feverishly genuflect. By enshrining your hourglass's grains as atoms of miserly consecration, you deify their value into an undisputed, cosmic urgency. Where you apportion your immortal spark is now devoutly prioritized by all wisdom's acolytes. Rule 7. Enshrine your sacrosanct needs. The sixth immortal truth in rendering yourself someone's quintessential priority is first venerating your own needs upon the highest altar. This doctrine illuminates the indispensable importance of devout self-care and unshakable self-respect. Understanding that tending to your own vitalities is not selfish indulgence, but an existential necessity. For when you pay reverence to fulfilling your own needs, you effortlessly emanate an aura of self-assured worth that others find irresistibly magnetic. The sage Marcus Aurelius spoke of self-control and inner fortitude's might. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This insight crystallizes the paramount importance of dominion over your own mind and needs. While we cannot command how others may treat us, we bear full sovereignty over how we treat and honor ourselves. Enshrining your needs is an act of spiritual insurrection, reclaiming your power over your own well-being. Seneca, that pillar of Stoic wisdom, championed the virtues of self-reliance and independence. He believed our happiness must remain an internal wellspring, unentangled from excessive dependencies upon others for our sense of worth. Finding fulfillment within oneself is key to living a life of equilibrium and harmony. Heed his teachings by building your joys upon your own unshakable bedrock. The formidable Epictetus also imparted priceless insights: focus, dominion over what lies within our control, our deeds, our mindsates, our responses to circumstances. We cannot choose our external conditions, but we can always choose how we respond to them. In prioritizing your needs, you take radiant responsibility for your own happiness and vitality, instead of fractionally relying upon others. In practice, venerating your sacrosanct needs means erecting healthy boundaries within your relationships, declaring you will no longer be chronically deprioritized. Seize time zealously attending to your own relaxation, rapturous hobbies, or stratospheric growth. Make decisions consecrating your own mental, physical, and spiritual health, even if this means absolution from others' demands. In essence, Enshrine your needs by resolutely understanding and acting upon your intrinsic worthiness of consuming luxury. Tend to yourself with the devoted energies of communing with a beloved deity, for in doing so, you construct a life not just fulfilled in itself, but rendering you an awe-inspiring, self-evidently prioritized presence that all will be instinctively called to revere. By blazingly modeling you honor yourself as the invaluable truth you are, you inevitably consecrate within others' hearts and minds the same transcendent esteem they can no longer deny you merit. Rule 8. Cultivate emotive equanimity. The ninth inviolable precept in rendering yourself someone's existential priority demands cultivating a harmonized equilibrium within your emotional investments. This dictum advocates a sagacious approach to how you apportion your psychic energies, not recklessly subjugating yourself to emotions' tempestuous tides, but shepherding them with sober self-sovereignty and mutual veneration. Marcus Aurelius, that fountain of Stoic wisdom, extolled emotional restraint's primacy. Through reasoned thought, the best revenge is not to become the injurer. In the celestial context of equilibrium, this clarion beckons responding with prudent intentionality, never reactively capsizing under impulse's ephemeral gusts. This ballast ensures not getting swept under by premature overinvestment's hazardous currents. The brilliant Seneca emphasized mastering emotions reigns. He suffers more than needed who suffers before it's necessary. This proverb's light pierces the folly of ceding ground to preemptive psychic squalls. Before even sighting the storms on the horizon, give your intimacies time to organically blossom. Without prematurely loading them with effective gravity they may never rightly merit. The indomitable Epictetus also imparted priceless perspective. It's not what happens to you, but how you respond that matters. Embody these words by remembering that, while you hold no dominion over others' tidal shifts, you alone erect the levees regulating what psychic floods you permit to inundate your sovereign spirit. This is no call for glacial indifference, but a summons to steadfast volition. Judge thoughtfully when and where you direct your soul's profoundest emanations. Invest gradually only in rarefied spirits who reverberate with harmonized attunement, honoring your shared resonance's consecrated rhythm. Practically, this path requires self-monitoring your rapture's acceleration and immersive intensities. Engage patiently, gauging whether escalating entwinements uplift your apotheosis, or merely intoxicate with ephemeral restlessness. This judicious cadence not only fortifies you against undue maelstroms, but renders your gravitational pull exponentially more captivating to all who behold its hypnotic consistency. In essence, emotive equanimity demands reserving your spiritual infinitudes only for those sacred presences mirroring your soul's immortal longings, not frivolously succumbing to momentary affective fickleness, but solemnly consecrating the altar of rarefied intimacy for those rarest of participants whose rhythms swell in perfected synchronized resonance with your own imperial harmonics. Mastering this delicately poised internal choreography only bulwarks against perfidious storms, but alchemizes you into an awe-inspiring vision of centeredness, one which all advanced spirits fervently revere as their highest prioritized communion. Rule 9. Equilibrate the cosmic dance of connection. This immutable doctrine decrees not perpetually inaugurating life's choreographed exchanges yourself. When you permit others to sporadically lead, it consecrates that you value your inherent time and reflections, while allowing them the chance to reveal their own esteem. The sagacious Marcus Aurelius reminded that the art of living is more like wrestling than dancing. This paradigm elucidates that our incarnated journeys, including demand relentless exertion, adaptability, not just idly following prescribed overtures. In communication's cosmic ballet, this means sometimes ceding the leading role, letting the counterpart steer the entangled flow. Seneca's illuminations align, emphasizing self-reliance, not entirely outsourcing one's contentment to others. By not constantly initiating, you model that your happiness and worthiness remain inwardly anchored, not desperately contingent upon the other's engagement. This opportunity also blesses them to yearn for your essence's return, demonstrating their own prioritization through pursuits of reciprocation. The formidable Epictetus explicated discipline's primacy. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we may listen twice as much as speaking. Extending this to our cardinal rule, we honor the artful restraint of not always occupying audible spaces with our own outpourings, preserving compositional openings for absorbing the counterpoint's movements. In zealous observance, remain conscientiously mindful of your initiation to reception ratios. Seamlessly flow between overtures and respectful respites, neither monopolizing nor withholding your voice's essence. This cultivates an orchestrated dynamic where neither partner's steps eclipse the others, an imperial choreography where both feel profoundly prioritized. In essence, equilibrating the cosmic dance demands, sometimes surrendering the leading role, creating openings for your counterparts' autonomous expressions to conspire new elevations, not through petty gamesmithing, but allowing an organic unfolding, where each being's gravitational brilliance takes its consecrated turn illuminating the interstellar darkness. It is this rhythmic lunar dance, not controlling, nor succumbing, but harmoniously drifting between orbital influences, that elevates your bond into a singularly gorgeous, mutually prioritized phenomenon to be reverentially appreciated across all celestial planes. Rule 10. Walk away with stoic courage. The ultimate rule in being someone's priority is having the fortitude to walk away from situations or relationships that fail to respect your worth. Recognize your value and do not settle for mistreatment. As Marcus Aurelius taught, you have power over your mind, not external events. The strength to leave comes from within. You cannot control how others act. Seneca wisely said, "As is a tale, so is life, not the length, but the quality that matters." Prioritize connections that elevate you, not merely having company. Epictetus avowed, "Only the enlightened are truly free." True freedom means choosing to exit environments that degrade your spirit. Be educated about your self-worth to make that choice. Establish firm boundaries and swiftly disengage from any dysfunction violating your values. This courage to walk away from disrespect, despite its difficulty, loudly declares to the world that you will not accept anything less than the reverence you deserve. It is the apex of self-respect. In summary, your worth emanates from how resolutely you uphold your principles and honor yourself, not others' perceptions. Embody these rules as mantras propelling you towards your highest self-actualization. Each revolution completes your realignment as someone prioritized and cherished. Fan the flames of this wisdom to keep ascending towards your grandest revelation as the awe-inspiring protagonist you are. Thank you for spending this time with me. Keep shining, keep growing, and always know that in the story of your life, you are and always will be the lead character. See you in the next video.